Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about the topic that why diabetes is still killing in sub-Saharan Africa. So nowadays when we hear the term diabetes, we tend to think that the cure of diabetes has been achieved. But if we will look at the perspective or from the perspective of the African continent, then we will see and we will find out that diabetes nowadays is becoming one of the biggest factor in the deaths which are taking place in sub-Saharan Africa. So the African continent which lack economic prosperity, African continent which lacks healthcare facilities and also healthcare infrastructure. So that African continent is not being able to cope up with the menace of diabetes, and the menace of diabetes is increasing, and it is increasing many-fold in the continent. So let's see first of all about the timeline. First we'll be looking at the news, then diabetes in sub-Saharan Africa, about diabetes, types of diabetes, and in the end the prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is health. So let's begin. The news talks about why diabetes, which is treatable, is still killing in sub-Saharan Africa. So it means that when diabetes is a disease which can be treated, then why is it so that it is considered to be one of the major contributing factor in the number of deaths that are taking place in sub-Saharan Africa? So if we will talk about first of all about the term sub-Saharan Africa, it means, see, look at this map. This is the African continent. So when we say sub-Saharan Africa, it means the countries or the area which comes to the south of Africa, which comes to the south of Saharan Desert. So Sahara Desert is basically in the northern portion of the African continent, where the countries like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, these lies. So the area to the south of the Sahara Desert is what is considered to be the sub-Saharan Africa. That means the complete area in orange color which you are able to see, that can be called as the sub-Saharan Africa. So in sub-Saharan Africa, the drugs for non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, or you can say insulin. So non-communicable diseases are diseases which cannot be transferred from one person to another person. So the drugs for non-communicable diseases such as insulin are considered to be out-of-pocket expense for patients or their parents. So what is being seen in the sub-Saharan countries, even though the drug insulin is present, see, when we talk about diabetes, so diabetes is basically, you can say that the hormone insulin which comes out from pancreas. So the release of insulin is on a low, or the body does not have enough insulin, and if the human body does not have enough level or enough quantity of insulin in the body, then what happens is that the blood sugar levels increases. It is the insulin hormone which keeps the check on the blood sugar level. So the blood sugar level increases, and that is what creates a problem. So even though the non-communicable disease drugs such as insulin, it is present in the market, but the problem is that people do not have the capacity to buy it. Like for example, you can say that in the sub-Saharan Africa or the sub-Saharan region of Africa, the pocket expenditure, or you can say the per capita income of people, are not that much that they can go and buy the insulin for their own family. Like for example, if someone is suffering from diabetes and then the person requires 2 to 3 doses of insulin in the whole month, and the family or the person is not does not have the capacity or the ability to go and buy those 2 to 3 doses. So that is where the problem is coming. It is not that the availability of insulin drug is not there, but people do not have the capacity to go and buy those drugs. So the month's dose of insulin costs 15,000 Nigerian naira, and which becomes very much for a person with regard to the per capita income of Nigerian people. So both type 1 and type 2 diabetes in sub-Saharan Africa is what is contributing to the death or the death toll of the sub-Saharan Africa, and no existing infrastructure to ensure patients receive the prohibitively expensive care they need. So it is the expense which is becoming a major problem and a major hurdle. Then diabetes killing people in sub-Saharan Africa. So with regard to the extent to which it is creating a problem is that the number of cases has increased tenfold since 2000. So whatever the number of cases were there in 2000, now the increase has been tenfold with regard to that, and it largely attributed to globalization and industrialization in the region, because with globalization and industrialization many new things are also taking place. World is becoming interconnected, more and more industries are coming up, and as the infrastructure is getting built, things are getting transferred from one place to another place. And according to the International Diabetes Federation, it talks about that diabetes has killed more than 4,16,100 people in sub-Saharan Africa in 2021. So only in the year 2021, the diabetes, when I say diabetes, it includes both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. We will move to that what is type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So diabetes in 2021 has killed more than 4 lakh people in sub-Saharan Africa. And if we will go by what the World Health Organization says, then the African region, more than 4 lakh people have died because of HIV AIDS, and then 6,65,000 people have died because of tuberculosis, and around 5,80,000 people have died because of malaria. So as compared to them, if we will compare the number of deaths with regard to diabetes and other diseases, then we will see that HIV, AIDS and tuberculosis. So diabetes is becoming a problem, because diabetes is also contributing the number of deaths parallel to these diseases. Then according to the Lancet report, non-communicable diseases would overtake communicable, maternal, neonatal and nutritional diseases combined as the leading cause of death in the sub-Saharan Africa by 2023. Now this is what the general Lancet is saying, that the non-communicable diseases like diabetes will take over the communicable diseases and all others. And with regard to the diabetes, 50% of the cases go undocumented, because people tend to realize the symptoms that the symptoms that they are facing belongs to diabetes. Then about diabetes. Now what is diabetes? So it is a chronic disease that occurs when the pancreas can no longer make insulin. So pancreas is an organ in a human body which is situated, you can say, below the stomach, and it is leaf shaped and small in size. So when the pancreas are no more able to make insulin, or they are no more able to produce insulin, and the body does not have the required quantity of insulin in it, then the body cannot make good use of the insulin it produces. And insulin is a hormone that regulates blood glucose, so you can say blood sugar. So usually in day-to-day life, if you know anyone who's suffering from diabetes, then you will see listening from their mouth that the sugar level has increased or the sugar level have decreased. They do not have to eat sweets and other things. So that is what blood glucose, because the insulin hormone is something which regulates the blood glucose, and not being able to produce or use insulin effectively leads to raised glucose levels, and that is known as hyperglycemia. So hyperglycemia is a condition where the level of glucose has increased and it has reached to high levels. Then diabetes is a major cause of blindness, kidney failure, heart attack, stroke, and lower limb amputation. So if a person is suffering from diabetes and then the recovery of the person with regard to any of the diseases becomes extremely difficult, because if the blood sugar level will be high or the glucose level in the blood will be high, then the recovery of the body will take time. Then comes the point of the type of diabetes. So there are two types of diabetes, that is type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So it is basically the type 2 diabetes from which majority of the people, or you can say around 95% of the people, are suffering. And what is type 2 diabetes is that it results from the body's ineffective use of insulin that it produces. So the pancreas which are producing the insulin, the body is not able to effectively use that insulin. And 95% of the people are suffering from type 2 diabetes, and it is largely the result of body weight of a person and physical inactivity. And the people who are suffering from diabetes, the doctor advises on regular basis that the person needs to do physical exercise. Then comes the type 1 diabetes, and type 1 diabetes, if a person is suffering, then it is deadly in nature. Then when the immune system destroys insulin making cells in pancreas, so it is when the insulin is not being produced in the body, and now this is problematic. See, type 2 insulin is there in the body, but effective use is not being able to done. But in type 1 diabetes, the effective use of insulin is not being done, or the insulin in the body reaches to very low levels, and that is when the blood glucose level becomes very high, and then the body produces very little or no insulin. The few of the symptoms can be then excessive excretion of urine, a person feels very thirsty, constant hunger, weight loss, vision change, and fatigue. So these symptoms are also of type 2 diabetes also. Now in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people will give me the answer in the comment section. What is the source of insulin hormone in the human body? That is liver, pancreas, gallbladder, or stomach. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.